Welcome to this video about how to approach a scholarship or bursary application. What we cover here is with the university in mind. However, you may find the tips helpful for all types of scholarship or bursary applications. Scholarships and bursaries can be a good option for those considering university education, but who are concerned about the financial costs associated with it. Largely speaking, scholarships refer to financial support towards tuition fees, and bursaries may be awarded to go towards living costs, but they are often used interchangeably. You may find scholarships being advertised via university, local government, or charitable websites, and due to the growing costs associated with university, they are often very competitive. Most scholarships have a specific criteria attached to them, but they are non-refundable payments, so are therefore not a loan. If you would like further information about the government student loan, please get in touch with our student advice team. Before you start your application to a scholarship or bursary, it is important to do your research. You may need to consider the eligibility and the purpose of the scholarship, and to double check to see if there are any conditions attached to it. For example, is it limited to a particular subject? You will also need to consider how many places are available and at what time of year they are awarded. When checking the criteria, if you are unsure, it is always worthwhile getting in touch with the provider to check. It would be frustrating to spend time on an application to later find out you are not eligible. Depending on the scholarship or bursary the institution offer, it may host an information event. If the scholarship you are applying for offers one, be proactive and try to attend it. This will give you a chance to ask questions or perhaps recap anything you have previously missed. But it will also give you a chance to show your enthusiasm and will give you something to talk about in your application. So when you have all the information you require, the first step in writing your application is to plan it. Think about if you were to apply for a job, you would probably create a short plan to keep yourself on track. Some scholarship applications may involve a few steps, so take a few minutes to write down what you need to do between now and the deadline, including making a note of opportunities to speak to past scholarship recipients or even offers to help you with your application. However you decide to plan your application, try not to fill it in straight away. The scholarship holder should give you plenty of warning about deadlines, so it's better to plan rather than rush an application. Most applications will be looked at by someone involved in the scholarship, but you will probably not have met them. Try to bear this in mind when you write your application, as it will keep you focused on what information to include. You want to present an accurate picture of who you are, how you have prepared, and why you should get the scholarship. This will help the person reading your application to decide why you would most benefit from the scholarship or bursary. If your application requires you to submit a supporting statement or asks you certain questions, take your time to read what is being asked of you. You would be surprised by how many applications are marked down as applicants have not fully read or perhaps understood the questions. Some top tips here are to stick to the word count if one is suggested, and only include information you feel is relevant to the scholarship. So in other words, do not waffle. Remember to watch our other video in this series on how to plan and structure your statement. Our final tip is that we would advise that in addition to checking over your application yourself, primarily the statement section, you ask a friend or someone suitable to check it too, just in case you have missed anything. Lastly, it is important to remember that scholarships and bursaries are competitive. If you are unsuccessful, do not be too hard on yourself and do not let it put you off applying again in the future. If you are not successful in an application to one of Birkbeck scholarships and are unsure what to do, you can always get in touch to ask us directly. Thank you.